Hey everyone, welcome to this video on how to plan and execute a cloud migration project. Migrating to the cloud represents one of the most significant technology shifts for any modern enterprise. When done right, the benefits are substantial. Think elastic scalability, cost optimization, and enhanced business agility. But here's the catch. Without a well thought out plan, cloud migration can quickly become a costly, chaotic, and disruptive exercise. In this video, we'll break down the cloud migration journey from assessment and planning to execution and post migration optimization. This guide is ideal whether you're just considering your first move to the cloud or you're refining your strategy after a prior attempt. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with a structured approach tailored to your organizational goals. The first step in cloud migration, understanding what you have. Start by building a comprehensive inventory of all physical and virtual assets, servers, storage systems, networking devices, and document their specs, dependencies, utilization, and performance metrics. Next, perform a deep dive application portfolio analysis. Catalog each application, who uses it, its business importance, and how it's integrated with other systems. Then, focus on workload characterization. How do these applications behave? What are their performance and usage trends? Are there any seasonal spikes? This insight is key to choosing the right cloud resources. Leverage tools like AWS Application Discovery Service, Azure Migrate, or Google Cloud Migration Center to automate this assessment. If your environment is large or poorly documented, bring in external experts. Assign a migration complexity score to each asset, simple, moderate, or complex. This becomes the foundation for migration planning. Without clear objectives, migration efforts can drift or miss the mark. So start by defining why you're migrating. Most organizations fall into three broad categories: cost optimization, reducing capex, improving utilization, and moving to an OPEX model; business agility, speeding up time to market and improving disaster recovery; operational excellence, reducing maintenance, boosting reliability, and strengthening security. Once your objectives are clear, establish success criteria. How will you measure success? Track metrics across four dimensions: performance, like response time and availability; financial, such as TCO reduction or ROI timelines; operational, downtime, mean time to recover, and deployment frequency; business, time to market improvements, and customer satisfaction. Document your baseline metrics before migration begins. And most importantly, engage your stakeholders, business, IT, finance, to align metrics with what matters most to your organization. Choosing the right cloud model is a strategic decision, one that should be based on your workloads, compliance needs, and business strategy. Here are your four main options. Public cloud, services like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, ideal for agility and pay-as-you-go pricing, but you give up some control. Private cloud, dedicated infrastructure on-premise or hosted, good for compliance-heavy or legacy environments, but most costlier and less elastic. Hybrid cloud combines both public and private, great for mixed workloads but needs strong integration planning. Multi-cloud, using multiple public clouds avoids vendor lock-in, lets you use best-of-breed services, but can be complex to manage. Your choice should reflect your regulatory landscape, current investments, and future plans. Most organizations start with hybrid and evolve toward public cloud as confidence grows. With the assessment complete and objectives defined, it's time to craft your cloud migration strategy and roadmap. There are three major migration approaches to choose from: rehost, often called lift and shift. This involves moving applications to the cloud without any code changes. It's fast and low effort, ideal for simple applications or when you're just starting your cloud journey. But be aware, it often misses out on the long term benefits of cloud native features. Replatform or lift and optimize. This approach keeps the core architecture intact but introduces small optimizations like switching to a managed database or container service. It requires more planning but delivers moderate improvements. Refactor or re-architect. This is the most intensive approach where you rebuild applications to fully leverage cloud native capabilities like microservices or serverless. It's costly and time consuming, but it delivers the greatest agility and scalability. Now for the roadmap. Prioritize applications based on business impact and complexity. Start with low risk apps to build confidence, then move to critical ones. Group applications that share dependencies and plan migration waves. Schedule cutovers during low traffic periods and always include rollback plans. Your roadmap should be phased, flexible, and continuously improved based on real world feedback. A successful cloud migration is not just a technical effort, it's an organizational initiative. That's why building the right team and securing stakeholder buy in is critical. Here are your core team roles: migration project manager, central coordinator responsible for timelines, budgets, and reporting progress. Cloud architect, the technical brain behind your target cloud design and migration approach. Security and compliance lead ensures your move to the cloud meets security, privacy, and regulatory environments. Database migration specialist handles data migration and minimizes disruption to critical services. But even the best team won't succeed without organizational support. So get executive leadership onboarded by presenting a clear business case and ROI. Address concerns from IT teams, especially around job security. Upskilling and involvement in design discussions help mitigate resistance. For business units, focus on the benefits: improved service levels, faster features, and increased system reliability. Finance teams will want clear cost comparisons, show them both CapEx versus OpEx models and projected savings. Finally, establish a communication plan, provide regular updates, celebrate early wins, and consider engaging external partners if internal expertise is limited. Security is non-negotiable in any cloud migration. A lapse can lead to data breaches, compliance violations, and reputational damage. Here's how to secure your cloud journey across three pillars. Identify and access management. Apply the principle of least privilege. Enforce multi-factor authentication. Automate user provisioning and manage privileged access carefully. Data protection. Encrypt data at rest and in transit. Implement robust key management. Classify sensitive data and enforce delegation protocols. Network security. Design secure, segmented networks. Use firewalls, PAFs, and DDoS protection. Monitor traffic for anomalies and consider private connectivity options. Don't forget compliance integration. Perform gap analysis before your current controls and the cloud providers. Understand the shared responsibility model. Know what's yours and what's the provider's. Update policies and documentation accordingly. Leverage compliance automation tools and plan for regular audits. Cloud providers may offer certifications like ISO 27001 or SOC 2. But remember, certification of the platform doesn't mean your implementation is compliant. Your responsibility is to ensure your configuration aligns with internal and external requirements. With your plan, team, and security measures in place, it's time to execute the migration. Let's start with tools. Each stage has a purpose-built solution. Discovery and assessment, AWS application discovery service, Azure Migrate, Google Migration Center. Server migration, AWS Server Migration Service, Azure Site Recovery, VMware HCX. Database migration, AWS DMS, Azure Database Migration Service for third-party tools like S-Trim. Data transfer, for bulk data, consider physical appliances like AWS Snowball or Azure Databox. Now for best practices, pilot first. Start with non-critical apps. Learn, adapt, and refine your process. Create detailed runbooks. Every step of the migration should be documented, including fallback steps. Use parallel running. Run applications in both cloud and on-prem environments to validate functionality before switching over. Aggressive monitoring. Once workloads are in the cloud, monitor performance, cost, and stability from day one. Schedule migrations during peak off hours and always have a rollback plan ready. Testing is your safety net. Don't skip it. Now comes the post-migration phase, where you stabilize operations and optimize for long-term success. Start with operational best practices. Use infrastructure as code for reliable, repeatable provisioning. Adopt cloud-native monitoring tools for visibility into usage and costs. Set up resource tagging for cost accountability. Enable auto-scaling to match demand. Standardize your CI/CD pipelines and update runbooks. Now let's look at cost optimization. Right-size your instances. Don't overpay for resources you don't use. Use spot instances or reserved instances for predictable workloads. Automate governance. Shut down idle environments during office hours. Manage storage. Move cold data to lower cost storage tiers and delete what you don't need. Finally, you can establish a cloud center of excellence, a cross-functional team to enforce governance, share best practices, and drive innovation. This ensures your cloud ecosystem remains efficient, secured, and aligned with business strategy. Congratulations, you completed the migration. But the work doesn't stop there. As your cloud migration concludes, it's time to measure success and, more importantly, learn from mistakes. Let's begin with key performance indicators. Uptime improvement. Track application availability post-migration. For business-critical systems, your goal should be 99.9% or higher. In most mature environments, a 95% improvement is realistic. Cost reduction. Evaluate total cost of ownership before and after the move, including infrastructure, operations, and staffing. A 30% reduction is a common target. Performance gain. Measure how your applications perform in the cloud. Look for improvements in response time and throughput. Ideally, around 65% better than on-prem baselines. Deployment efficiency. Track how much faster you can roll out features. A 40% boost in deployment speed signals your environment is cloud optimized. Now don't skip the lessons learned. Ask what went well. Identify successful tools, strategies, and practices. Reflect on what could be improved. Document all challenges and bottlenecks. And capture what surprised you, both the good and the bad. These insights are gold for future planning. Finally, your next steps. Start building cloud-native capabilities to unlock true platform potential. Implement advanced governance frameworks to maintain security and compliance as you scale. Upskill your team. Invest in cloud-specific training and certification. Explore innovation opportunities. Use services only possible in the cloud like AI, serverless, or edge computing. Create a living playbook from this experience and keep refining it. Cloud isn't a one-time project, it's a continuous evolution. Hope you like the video. Thank you for watching and do subscribe to our channel for more such videos.